Yes, it has annoyed me.
Hello and welcome back to another live edition of the Wisemen Say podcast. Ty Fisher alongside Jerald, Lucas, Derik, Abbott. Fellas, wonderful Wednesday to you. How we feeling?
Not bad. It's Wednesday.
I'm here.
Felt that. Wonderful day actually. Wonderful day because we won last night. The crew did, but we're not getting any love right now from other MLS sides.
I'm glad they're going on as we're doing this, though, so at least we can get some updates and have a general idea of where things may stand.
Well, as of now, I'm pretty sure Orlando would leapfrog Columbus somehow, some way because of goals. Because I know it's 3-0 as of now. Miami and Pumas are tied 0-0 with Miami attacking as of right now.
Now Miami ties with us getting leapfrogged. I forget exactly where they're at, but they will get bumped. Somebody will get bumped if they can't just tie, right? None of these teams can really just tie and afford to do that tonight.
Essentially, Columbus would want every single Liga MX team to win.
Okay.
Quite honestly. In some sort of fashion, win either outright or penalty kicks.
Gotcha.
That's that. Manuel says, "What's up? What's up, buddy? How are you? Welcome into the podcast." Nothing really much, honestly, on the docket today, except for crew last night. Couple of honestly, that's about it. Honestly, I think that's it. Nothing really much.
I can bring
happened.
up a few annoying things I've seen on the internet today.
Well then. See, this is why we also have you, Derik. You know the inside.
Oh, there's one or two things on there where I'm just like, oh my gosh, we gotta talk. We gotta bring it up to just see if everybody's on the same page about annoying things. But let's talk about the game first.
How did it end with 10 guys?
No, yeah, let's get into that because I mean, talk about chaos, man.
Yeah, I wanted to see what the whole kerfuffle was about, and how Leon didn't end with 10 is beyond me. Because if I'm not mistaken, hands to the head, face, neck area results in a straight red card. But
I think that the officiating was just, and I know we're trying not to harp, but like we've talked about it, here and there, like for weeks now, we're trying not to like harp on it too much. But I mean, I thought this was like especially egregious in regards to just some of the calls, and then some of the like scenarios where we were talking before this, the offsides. I don't know. Like, I really don't know. When the replays I saw, I didn't really have like a strong feeling on it. I saw other people had a much more hard line on what they thought they saw. But outside of that, there was a scenario where one of the guys for Leon was clearly offside, and the linesman never threw up the flag. And so it was like, okay, so Schulte had to make a save that he had to like really go for. It was like a good save, it wasn't just directly to him. There was the later in the game, one of the Leon guys, I think it was from a free kick, kicked the ball, or maybe it was a breakdown or something, and right at Schulte, but it was just above the bar. And in they showed the replay. He didn't touch the ball at all, and they gave him a corner out of it. And it's like, what? Nobody else touched it. What's going on here? They're not even like, there's nobody asking them to review it. It was just, there was just some like general things, like there's plenty more, but like it just felt like by the time that whole chaotic scene happened at the end, the referees had completely lost the game. I don't even know if they really had like full control of it, because Leon was up to Liga Meki, really getting on everybody's nerves very quickly. And it was just constant little like badgering things here and there, complaining to the referees, just nonstop. It is crazy. I don't know. I think honestly what happened, and all of that happened, and they've been necessarily related to the scrum that was happening, because the two instances in it, I don't remember offhand. I think it was Chambos and somebody else. Both been finger prior to that, and to him. I don't understand.
I got a couple of things that you said out of there. I don't know what it is.
He's frozen now.
Yeah, he's frozen now. I don't know why. I think Derek's internet just hates us on Wednesday nights.
All I know is we were sitting there at dinner last night.
Dude,
and my mom
this does not happen any other time.
I think you're good now. Never mind.
No, we spoke too soon.
Okay.
Anyway, go ahead, Jerald.
My mom looked at the TV.
Just keep going.
Said, "Oh, fight! Somebody was about to fight." I looked over. I said, "Oh, this is getting out of hand." And then I saw another foul afterwards. I'm like, oh, yeah. And then I saw the scrums, and I'm like somebody. And then I forget who it was that pushed Steven, and Steven chased after him. Like I saw Steven chase after him, and I said, "Oh, Steven about to throw hands with him. Like somebody's about to start throwing hands." And
I saw maybe about 20 minutes of the game last night because of work. That's about it.
Like but I said, I got to dinner right as the second half started.
Yeah.
And I was interacting with family and looking up at the TV. I saw Aliu come in, and then next thing you know, like I see it 0-0, and like I turn to grab something, or I turn to talk to my mom, and then I look up at the TV, and it's 1-0. I'm like, what the hell happened? Like who scored the goal? Like I didn't see a replay or nothing.
Well, Luis Muriel has a first half hat trick. The score's 4-0 Orlando over Necaxa. So we're definitely getting bumped somehow, some way.
Yep, but you know what? Now this gives us a chance to focus on the rest of the season.
Yeah. We're definitely getting bumped.
And get Captain Picard, some minutes.
Derik, Orlando's up 4-0 at halftime right now.
And his internet just froze again.
Is this team they're playing any good?
Necaxa, the team that beat was it?
I can
Cincinnati?
Hear you guys.
Who did Necaxa play? Miami. It was a team that I think they beat Miami, or they lost to Miami in PKs, but they came back after being down, I think like 2-0. So
hey, let's hope for a four goal comeback.
Something, because this is just ridiculous right now.
But this just gives us a chance now to focus on the rest of the season.
Maybe Orlando will pull their starters.
Yeah, right.
Doubt it.
Come on now.
Yeah, like I heard you saying right before I jumped back in with Picard getting more practice time.
And not only that, but also not having a game Saturday.
And then
that definitely will give them some rest.
Yeah. Oh my.
Something that we didn't have last year. Coming into League's Cup.
Yeah, the required field maintenance at Citi Field is.
Well, it's New York.
constant.
What do you expect? It's a New York sports team. That they just have 2 more years, Ty. 2 more years, and then they'll have the pigeon coop, built out there. So,
Derik, what were you going to say?
The pigeon coop. I mean, it's just crazy. They can't find a single other place to play a game. It's nuts. It's so embarrassing.
They could have went to Rutgers football field.
That must not be available either. There you go. I mean, how many people do they draw these games in a baseball stadium in the first place?
Pumas scores 1-0.
Who are they playing?
Miami.
So Miami could get knocked out.
Okay.
So I think that's good for us. I don't know.
Miami doesn't have Messi either. He's out.
Yeah. So I have no idea what that could mean for us.
Well, Columbus still has a chance if Seattle. And who else is with Seattle?
Well, the thing is according to the Columbus Crew Twitter page, if these results don't all happen tonight, we will reevaluate scenarios needed for Thursday's matches. So if one of these things does not happen, then we have to reevaluate for tomorrow's matches.
You just know it's going to be bad when it starts off like that.
Yeah, pretty much. So I
know they're sitting atop right now with 7 points.
Right, but that was heading into today
Tonight.
Before let's see, is there a live
Orlando's going to jump them. Man, wants to upgrade that internet. I never have any problems with my internet except for this specifically. I have no idea why. I have no problems during the day. Working. My phones don't lag. Nothing. It's literally when we deal why.
So here's the standings as of now. Right. These aren't live either, which sucks. But Orlando would have 7, 2, 3. They would be 2, 3, 4, 5. They would be plus 6. So they would be first. We would be second.
Yeah.
Possibly, depending on how Seattle, Portland, Miami does. Miami is currently down, so they're at 0 goal differential right now.
Okay, that's helpful.
Okay, so they're at 0 goal differential right now.
So then Minnesota,
how many points
LA,
does Miami have?
5.
So if Miami ties the game,
they would get 6.
They win in PKs. They still wouldn't jump us. Yeah, they still wouldn't be able to jump us because we would beat them on goals.
They would get 7. So then it would be probably
you only
second or third.
Get 2 points for winning in PKs, though.
You get a point, and then you get an extra point.
Don't you only get 2 points for PKs?
Yeah, so you would get 1 point for ending, and then you would get another point for winning the PK shootout.
Okay. What are they at points per game? I can't see on this thing what that says.
2.5.
Are they 2.5 per game?
Yes.
Oh, what are we? 2.3 or something stupid?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't see that part at first. Okay, gotcha.
Yep. Who else plays tonight? So, Minnesota.
I agree,
Minnesota.
Manuel. It was frustrating they called that goal back now, knowing what may happen.
Yeah, I don't know what happened unless they're saying Taha attempted to play the ball in an offside position, which I can see because he was offside and he did try to like flick his foot out. But other than that, I have no idea why that first goal was called back. Who's Minnesota play? San Luis. Yep. Minnesota. They have 5 points. Oh no,
4.
I'm sorry. Wait, no, I'm sorry. What? Sorry.
Hey,
Yeah, Minnesota is 4. Good eye. Minnesota 4. So if they lose, they'll stick to 4. If they win, they'll go up to 7. So I mean, either way, this Orlando match has really screwed us. With them allowing 4 in the first, with Necaxa allowing 4 in the first half.
But even if Minnesota doesn't lose and they draw, they still not going to go up.
Yeah.
So everybody pretty much from Miami down except for Orlando, if they either win or if they either draw or lose, we're in.
We need an outright Portland loss and an outright Seattle loss.
Yeah. LAFC can't help themselves. The fraudulent black and gold.
Have they played all 3 games yet?
They've already played 3 games. 1-0-2.
Oh yeah, they did, didn't they? Oh man, that's
yeah. Jesus. So they're getting bounced out either way it goes too.
Yeah, LA. Yeah, they're getting bounced no matter what. So we can still make it by the skin of our teeth, possibly.
If everybody from Miami down minus Orlando that's in the standings, if everybody either draws or loses, we get in.
Atlanta's up 3-0 on Atlas right now, but we don't care about that.
I mean, it seems.
Do now? I have a question for you, boys. Do we want to
think that first day of games?
Go ahead, Derik.
I'm lagging. I was just saying the first day of games when all the MLS teams lost or tied and lost, that may end up being like the biggest factor of if we make it in or not, which is crazy to think.
Yeah. I have a question for you boys. Do we want to advance in this Leagues Cup tournament, or do we want to just focus on the regular season?
I'd love to defend the title, but with everything that's going on with the team,
because I want to win a trophy, but I would rather win MLS Cup than.
Yeah. Because, we were just talking about, Seattle and Portland to outright lose. I mean, Seattle's playing Tijuana and Portland's playing Club America. I hope Club America beats Portland. Because those bastards are ruthless. Their fans are ruthless as hell.
Club America fans are absolutely wild.
But
I don't want them coming back here.
They were fun though. Like, they were
cool.
wild. They were wild, but they were having a great time. They took over nationwide. Like you could not get a car, bus, scooter. You couldn't get a scooter through shit, anything. And they were all out there dancing, celebrating, chanting, and eating tacos that the taco trucks that were parked on Nationwide, which that food smelled good as hell. I'm not gonna lie, because
Yes, it did.
I was walking and I had to go through all that, and yeah, those tacos smelled good.
I do like when they have those after the games. I hope they don't seem to allow them during MLS games. It's only during these League Cup games and stuff that I typically see them like that in that many of them. But I think it's awesome. I like that environment just in general. I think it adds to the atmosphere.
What positive can you take away from last night's game, Derik?
I think that Aliyu was like just jolt of electricity when he got on there. I think everybody was. That second half, I think I tweeted it that at one point I was like, I love this high energy, but we may have to turn it down a notch. It was almost so high energy that it felt like it may be like impacting their like precision on some of the plays. If that makes sense.
I tell you what, I don't know what I was about to say.
I could say I saw a lot of discourse online with people being really frustrated with Diego Rossi skying all of these balls, which I can totally understand, but I don't know that all the negativity that people are giving him is warranted. I think every player does that, and sometimes that just is the nature of the game, and they might have a game where they do that a lot. So I didn't put a lot on him. Chambos, I thought, was really active, but some of his passes and stuff I thought were really not on the money per se. So I don't know. I've grown to like him a lot, but I didn't think that was his best game necessarily.
5-0 Orlando. We're getting bounced. That's all there is to it.
I just think, going forward, what needs to happen, because Aliyu is not the answer. And Diego needs to stop being selfish. And why I say that,
I think Ali coming in is going to help with that.
Possibly. But, when you get two alphas in one room, Ali coming in as a straight up striker. Diego could play a striker, and a 10.
Wow, Miami ties it.
But
Rodrigo De Paul.
But Diego needs to stop being selfish. And you can see that, and it's not only with he picks and chooses who he wants to pass to. When you have a clear, open Max, he'll pass it to, back to Nagby, right? Or if somebody else is open and he's right there, he'll jump in the middle of it and then take it over and then have to pass it back. So he needs to stop being a ball hog, become a little bit more humble instead of him feeling like he has to put the weight of the team on his back like Cucho did. Because, everybody, got on Jason. Well, Jason's not Cucho. Rossi's not Cucho. Rossi's not Zelarayan. You can't just sit there and say this player has to fill those shoes when that's not the player that they are. Right? And, when Diego wasn't being selfish, right? We saw Diego out there having fun. Diego hasn't looked like he's had fun out there this year. And because he's taking everything and making it all about him and causing frustration with other players or, with fans. because he's trying to do too much. You know, he's trying to eat his cake and ice cream at the same time.
And I
But
think
Aliu needs to go.
What?
that's wild take. See,
That's probably one of the hottest takes you've ever had, Jerald.
I'm surprised by that take.
That's a hot
actually, I'm
take.
really
That's a hot
surprised by
take.
that.
I say he needs to go, and don't get me wrong, he has those bursts, right? He has those bursts, but it just doesn't seem like he's the first line of with him being up in that top that top spot. Nazi always says those are the first defenders, right? And when you're constantly getting burnt, or you jog to get back, right? To a feasible attack position, you jog. On the defensive side, you just jog. You're hurting the team. And it doesn't seem like there's any improvement week in and week out. Maybe there's been improvement on the offsides, possibly. I haven't seen, really sat down and looked at, the last two games, with all things, everything going on around me. But, it's just, it doesn't look like there's too much improvement being shown. Maybe I give him a chance in, next season, right? When he has an actual full, he almost has a full year here with Columbus. He'll have a full off season with Columbus. Maybe that's where, I'll see the growth and, the improvements, right? But as of right now, if I had to make a choice, I'm trading Aliu. I'm freeing up some GAM or.
Oh, I don't think they can do that at this point. If they just got him from someone else, I don't see that anybody trading for him.
I think the thing, and this is just my opinion on it. I think the thing is like when Columbus had Cucho, right? It was on go pretty much every time, right? Because, and I reference it again. I've never seen a striker drop so far back into the midfield to the point where he collects the ball, turns, and sends one wide to Farsi, or at the time Yaboa, right? I think everybody in the forward position, Gazdag, Jason, Aliu, Taha, are so forward minded, right? That it's kind of a slow build up, right? Which is why I think Aliu is 9 times out of 10 offside on every attack that we have, right? Because it's just go, 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 go as a forward, as opposed to, hey, let's kind of hone back the go a little bit, generate the chance, get the head of steam to go, and then go, right? That's just me. But when it was Cucho, it was just like 4 passes and then all of a sudden it's a goal. When we don't have a forward that drops back that deep into the midfield to collect that ball from Chaburko, Amundsen, Morera, Nagby, Shambo, it's more so, all right, now we have to kind of adjust to go from the back line to the midfield, out to the wings, to the forwards, back to the wings, back around to try and get something going. Actually, I'm similar through balls, not afraid to carry forward in a hurry. And we saw that against, what was that, Puebla? No, who did he have 2 assists against? Was that Puebla?
Yeah.
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 And that's a good sign, right? That is a good thing to have about having a breath of fresh air, something new in the attack. But it's I think Aliu is also just happy to get that. There we go. It's happy to get an opportunity to show what he can do, but it's just not clicking yet to kind of wait patiently as opposed to just go. Right? So what's going to happen with that? I think when Ali gets registered, I think that will kind of push back Aliu, right? So I have what a Rossi, Ali, Gazdag trio up front. I honestly might go out on a limb here and say Aliu will get more starts over Farsi this season for the second season. That's just me. I mean, I don't want to say Farsi's not been on his best because he's been battling a couple of injuries. Yeah, injuries here and there. But I think I like Aliu more as a wing back than a forward.
I see Herrera.
Ooh, Herrera has been good recently. Very good. I've liked what I've seen from him. He's been all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to make that loan permanent sooner rather than later. They probably won't now because they just negotiated another year-long one, but
yeah,
he has shown a lot.
Same buyout.
I just don't understand why we didn't just do it.
I think
Ali.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, yeah. I also think Nancy hasn't seen enough of what Herrera can do. Right. I think maybe with the full year, right, getting a proper off season with Columbus and a proper first half of the season next year when we're battling in CONCACAF, when we're battling in Leagues Cup, when we're battling in MLS play, I think that is going to be the deciding factor on whether or not A, Farsi also gets sold, right? B, can Herrera kind of not really replicate, but kind of add his own taste to that wingback spot to continue the production that Farsi would leave vacant on that wingback spot.
Yeah.
Just food for thought, I guess.
No, I don't.
I still think they need a center back.
Yeah, Rudy Camacho to come back. I miss Rudy.
Don't get me wrong, I miss him too, but at this point in time, we need somebody else.
Yeah,
I know we got Sean. I know we got Yevon. I know we got Amundsen. You know,
would you just want a depth piece?
Yeah,
that makes sense. Sean can't keep doing it all.
No, and that's the thing. Like, don't get me wrong. I know I was hard on Sean a few weeks ago. You know, saying, you know, I think when we were watching the live watch along, and I was like, yeah, this is not Sean's best game. Like, Sean looked like he was playing a little sloppy.
I never especially on that was.
Especially the one that he, you know, had the own goal.
Oh, I remember that.
It was a loss. Yeah.
Was that the Nashville game?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was.
Nashville. Yeah.
That's right. We were doing the watch along for it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But to answer Connor's question about or statement about me earlier, Tucker, I've been on the crew Twitters. You haven't seen me post anything crew related in the last 2 weeks, dealing with my father. So these are takes that I've been simmering the last few weeks.
Well, and on that point
So
too, you haven't missed much on crew Twitter except for people complaining about Schulte, which I'm not really sure where that came from. I think every keeper is allowed to have a bad day or two. I mean, nobody's going to be perfect an entire season. I think it's just the case. It's really frustrating to see that because people are calling for Evan Bush to start every game. I love Evan Bush, but he's not going to be starting every game. We're not winning an MLS Cup doing that. I mean, he's what, over 40 now? I mean, there's not really any keepers that really do that at a high rate throughout
he
an
ain't over
entire half.
40.
He's like mid-30s, I think.
Is he
Yeah,
really?
I'm older than Evan.
He's 39.
So he's older than me then.
So he's almost 40. Okay, but regardless, the point still stands that Schultz came back from an injury, and it's going to take any player a little bit of time. No one's coming back full speed. I mean, we saw that in the Cincinnati game where they put their guy in who had been out, and he got smoked by us. So I mean, for any sport, you should not anticipate that someone's going to come in and right away be the best. Manuel's point, yes, he has struggled certainly in regards to some stuff that looks a little bit easier from a saving perspective. And you saw last night, and he was making saves out of his butt. I mean, it was crazy. Then, of course, I see people still piling on Gazdag. I have to admit, I'm getting a little bit closer towards the center point of my opinion on him, just in terms of I know we were talking about it a few weeks ago. If he gets a goal, we think that goals are going to be coming after that. That's not really been the case thus far. And these misses that he has, I don't know, last night, from what I was seeing, and I know everybody watches different players, different stuff, so I could be totally off on this, but I just didn't see him making really any of an impact at all. But then you get online, and I was online a lot last night while watching the game, and you get the opinions are just all over the place on some of the players, where a lot of people were hating on Gazdag, and then there's some people who are like, why did we take out Gazdag? We should have kept him in. And so it's tough to see. I just think that from a maybe more of a whole in these past few games, I feel like some of our players that are deemed the higher level, ones that are in DP spots, or we know are commanding a lot of money, big names, aren't necessarily playing up to the levels that they should be. And I don't really know what the reasoning of that is. So I don't think we're switching around
being ball hog.
Well, that will definitely do it, right? Especially if it's someone up top doing that. And maybe he's lost confidence in Gazdag as well, because in the past few games, I haven't seen Gazdag have nearly as many chances to potentially put in goals as we did a few weeks ago. Well, I forget what game that was. It felt like he missed 8 potential right in front of the net goals. And maybe that was something like that is a bit of a catalyst of, Diego losing faith in him. I hope that's not the case, but
I don't think I don't think it's him losing faith. It's just Diego being Diego and being nitpicky on who he sets up.
Mm-hmm.
And
who do you
and
think?
that
Oh, go ahead.
he likes setting Max up.
That's what I was about to ask. Who do you, from what you've seen, who do you think are the players that he prefers, maybe visually, more than others? Obviously, we don't know specifically.
Nagby, Max, Farsi. Other than that, sometimes Gazdog, but other than that, he's not really setting too many people up.
And I'm thinking too, as you're naming these players off,
Nakaksa,
all the ones that you've named have all been players that have been on the team for a little bit of time. And so, and I'm not saying that he doesn't have camaraderie with the other players or even, assuming that, but there definitely feels like a correlation there just from visually what you see, which will be interesting, bringing in a striker, a DP level striker, and how that all ends up playing out. And
they're gonna
maybe
bump
that
heads.
is.
I'm gonna tell you that they're gonna bump heads.
I'm gonna play Sunshine Brigade here and say maybe he, when Cucho left, is thinking in his head, now it's all on me, and has not been able to really shake that out of his own head, even with these other individuals around him. And maybe part of that is, when we get on Gazdag for missing some goals and stuff, where it's like, well, I can't, I still need to do all of this. I'm hoping maybe he sees Ali coming in as a, that could fill that void that maybe Cucho had. We won't know till we see it, obviously, but it just feels like, there's a lot we can nitpick on. And I think we joked at the beginning of the season, crew Twitter is never at its full force until everybody is arguing with each other about everything. It's always that case. And Connor put it on here. There's a lot of people online who just like to tweet stuff because they know it'll get a reaction out of people. And I mean, that's kind of the world of social media now, right? Content and engagement is king. So if you can put a hot take out there and get a bunch of likes or people disagreeing with you and stuff, it inevitably elevates your profile to a degree. So I'm sure that's definitely a part of it as well. But, I think there's a lot of improvement that can go around, which we were taught, when everything was cutting out. Like, do we want them to advance? Yes, I would like them to advance because I want to win trophies and championships. And, I want it to be MLS Cup first and foremost. And I know, everyone online probably has a slightly different opinion on that. But if it's a Leagues Cup, I don't care. That is a championship we can win. And then that potentially gets us qualified into other tournaments or whatever it ends up getting us other than just the trophy. But at the same time, if we get that extra time off and we can build a little cohesion perhaps with that time off, I'm not opposed to that either. But I want that to be the end result with the time off, I will say. I don't want to see us come to our next game and still look lethargic, or at least not playing up to our potential. If we lose and we're playing at our potential, that's one thing. If we've got half the team not really playing up to their potential, that's a far different problem in my mind.
Sorry, my work chat is going off right now, and it's absolutely amazing.
I know, sorry. Right? What are they? They think that Schulte should be benched for Bush too, right?
I can 100% get behind the fact that I feel like Diego has taken on that whole, all right, Cujo's gone now, everything's on me, right? Because when Cujo's gone, right? Well, let's say this, right? It all ties back into something I've said multiple times on this show, right? People are probably sick and tired of me hearing it and talking about it. When Zelarayan left, right, and we brought in Diego Rossi, everybody wanted Rossi to kind of be Lucas, right? Mm-hmm. Now that Cucho's gone, everybody wants Rossi to be Cucho. And I feel like Rossi also needs to be Cucho, but he's not. I think, and he whether or not he gets the goals is on him, right? He'll get the goals the way he gets the goals, right? Doesn't have to be a free kick, right? Because let's be real, his free kicks are pretty not good. But he'll get the goals the way that he'll get the goals, and that's through the setup, right? It mm-hmm. doesn't. I think he's putting a lot on himself to try and get all of these goals. So, A, the team can be happy. B, the fans can be happy. C, the front office can be happy. And we want to get back to winning an MLS Cup. But at the same time, it's also like, don't put too much pressure on yourself because then you won't be happy. And next thing you know, Columbus Crew have sold Diego Rossi to
Club America.
You're in timeout. Have sold Diego Rossi to a team for X amount of money, right? Because he wasn't happy in Columbus because of that unnecessary pressure that he put on himself, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't help. And I don't care. It doesn't help that 99.99999% of the fan base tries to be a Twitter coach or tries to be a coach. Like, if life was EAFC 25, the Columbus Crew and everybody who plays it, every Crew fan who plays it, they would be the greatest club in the world, right?
We're assuming that all of them are actually good at that game, though.
Well, apparently, I mean, hey, if they want to be coaches, then yeah, they must have some sort of
there you go. Gotta have
some sort of background. I mean, hell, they could probably give Manchester United a run for their money because Manchester United freaking suck.
There you go. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we won a trophy this summer, but at what cost? A tie against Everton in Atlanta? I'm sorry, that's just not how it works. But it's going to end up that way because of the amount of pressure that Rossi's going to be putting on himself, that, outside factors are going to be putting on him because he is expected now to produce the goals for the Crew. And that's just not going to happen, right? It's not like he can just click his fingers and tap his heels together and be in the be in the golden boot race, right? It's not just going to happen like that because, for it to happen like that, he's going to have to be super selfish and confident enough to score from outside of the box, to score PKs, to score free kicks, to pull a 65-yard goal out of his ass from midfield against the Chicago Fire. Let's be honest. Anybody can do that against the Chicago Fire and the New England Revolution. Just don't tell Caleb Porter because he probably will bet his house on it.
They're already calling for his job.
Oh,
I did see that. Supporters groups are coming out and doing that. That's wild. I have not seen that.
He gets asked at training.
By media?
Yes.
Wow.
What are your takes on people, the fans calling for your job? And he, tries to, deflect and read. He put his house on things.
Well, yeah.
Because he was asked about it before, and and then he was like, "Well, I'll put my house on it that we make the playoffs," and fucking fell 2 points short.
Yeah.
Thanks to him parking the bus against Orlando on decision day in 2022.
You got to bring up these PTSD moments, don't you?
Wait, what happened? Sorry.
About Porter saying in 2022 that he puts his house that will make the playoffs.
Yeah.
And then we fell 2 points short after the Orlando match and when we drew with them 1-1.
Yeah. And because Milos Degenek commits a handball offense inside the penalty area in the 90th minute.
Yeah.
Gives Orlando a PK. Man.
Derik Etienne scored in the first half. And then in the second half, there's a fucking handball. And it's 1-1 at the end of regulation. And we missed the playoffs by 2 points.
Man. Hey.
Total sidebar, but just because I totally agree with Connor here. Also, can we talk about anonymous accounts who threaten players' lives because the bets didn't hit? It's becoming an epidemic. Totally agree. Crazy stuff going on with that. I hear it.
I had no idea that was even a thing.
Oh, yes. It happens all the time now.
Really?
They do it to college football.
That's why
college basketball and
that's why in
college
Ohio
women's
you can't
college
do
and
props
everything.
anymore for anything. They got rid of it because of that for college. But now they're talking about doing it for pro because you've got people doing it for just the craziest stuff, jumping into people's Twitter and Instagram DMs. Like, we will potentially lose that because of just people being crazy on that. I know it's a bit of a sidebar, but just wanted to bring that up. That I'm totally with you, Connor. It's
Yeah.
absolutely insane that people do that. And I wish that more athletes would screenshot and call those people out, show their handles, be like, embarrass these people for doing these things because it's just inexcusable.
Well, that's what Wilfred Zaha did. He spoke out in the media on his social.
Yeah.
And then about the fans
he
coming
just got
after
the heck
him.
out. Yeah. I remember we were talking about that with our friend from the podcast for Charlotte. And then sure enough, it was like 2 weeks later, he's out. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that did not take long at all.
Well, no,
that's the thing
Zaha,
too, right?
Zaha was still there. Zaha still Wilfred. Yeah, because he played again. Wilfred Zaha, was still playing with Charlotte.
But he's gone now, right? He was like one of the first ones.
No, Zaha's still there.
Who am I thinking of?
Agumon.
You're right. Wow. The whole time I thought I had them confused. Okay.
Nope.
Totally wrong. But yeah, I mean, that's a surefire way to run players right out of town, right? Also, I've gotten to the point where I'm not even betting on crew games anymore because none of mine are hitting anyway. So I suggest everyone do that. You will not get angry and you will not start tweeting at them or, everyone just calm down. It's all okay. It's a sport. Just don't bet on them. But in general,
what you're talking about. I don't gamble.
Right.
I had no idea that freaking Pinocchio's nose could poke somebody through a screen.
I have not been on. Listen, I have 2 weeks away.
Dude, there's smoke. There's smoke coming from around you because your pants might be on fire. You might want to check them.
I'm 2 weeks sober.
2 weeks sober.
Since the Toluca game.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, here we go. I wanted to bring this up too. Connor's bringing it up.
Yeah, this is also a thing.
Of course, Connor brought it up.
It's everywhere though.
I know. I'm just giving Connor a hard time because sometimes he likes to call the pot the kettle black.
But I mean, we've now have the U.S. men's national team fans attacking the Columbus Crew because we will not sell a player who clearly he is being valued enough by Middlesbrough to up the offer. I forget the reports came out. We're drawing a line in the sand and be like, no, one, we don't want to sell him. And two, your offers aren't good enough to make us even reconsider that. And I've replied to somebody today who brought it up. And it's getting to the point with me with the U.S. men's national team that this guy was playing well. Obviously, the fans think well enough of him to want to see him go to, a higher level league. And they're all getting mad because he won't do it. And they think that his growth is being stunted, but he's getting call-ups to the U.S. men's national team. And I know the Gold Cup was a different scenario in terms of who they were calling up, but U.S. men's national team, if they really value him, shouldn't be concerned about whether he's in the Columbus Crew or Middlesbrough. If they think he's good enough to be called up, then call him up. Why do you care if he was sold to them or not? What does it matter at this point in time whether he's sold to them or not? It's ridiculous. And this is also the fan base that at the beginning of the summer, at the beginning of the Gold Cup, in the whatever the rounds are called, the group stage, we're all crapping all over him. They all hated him. For weeks, they were going on about how he stunk and he shouldn't be playing. And even when he would go in and score goals, they would not give him any kind of respect for it. And now all of a sudden, they're all flipping it and saying, well, this guy needs to develop. We got to get him out of here. Or we got to get him onto a better team and a better league. And it makes no sense to me. you are flip-flopping here. Like, pick a side. What do you think he's terrible, or do you like him? And if you like him, who cares? He's playing well for us right now. Like, maybe eventually we will sell him, but this shouldn't impact right now.
Miami's up 2-1. We're getting bounced tonight, guys.
LAFC's getting bounced.
We're getting bounced tonight, guys. I think all in all, I just think like crew Twitter should just be like kind of shut down for a little bit.
And we'll just take a chill pill. Maybe the time off. Maybe the time off would help us all. Just deep breaths.
Yeah, right. Until Tom drops something about somebody going to another team. Oh, why can't we get him instead of Daniel Gazdag?
Oh, there's a lot of that already. Yeah, it's like, why do we spend money on him and all that stuff?
To lose.
I'm like, Gazdag on paper coming in was like an amazing get. Everyone was losing their minds over it. Like, it's not panned out so far. That doesn't mean that it won't at some point, but to now retroactively go back and be like, oh, that was a big waste of money and all this stuff. It's like, okay, 2 months ago, you were like losing your mind over it. Like, everyone calm down.
Let's also take into consideration that he's taking on a role in a team that has a drastic change in style of play from Philadelphia and then Jim Curtin, right? Like, literally all he had to do in Philadelphia was collect the ball and score a goal, right? Here in Columbus, it's all about possession. Jerald even brought it up when we got him that I think it was Jerald. I think you asked the question about playing for Columbus instead of against them now, and he's happy he doesn't have to chase anymore.
Doesn't have to chase Nagby.
Yeah, because that's all he did in Philadelphia was chase Darlington Nagby, because Darlington Nagby is a baller like that. So now he's taking on a whole different role to the point where he's being asked to keep the ball, right? And get into these spaces when we're playing out to the wings, as opposed to just being in the front line and scoring goals. Because Philadelphia had Kai Wagner, Quinn Sullivan, Jacob Glesnes, Jack Elliott when he was there, and whatnot. So he's being asked to take on a much different role that he's not used to. But he's getting into good spaces. And it's just I mean, you said it's just like he's getting into good spaces. He's attempting to get on the end of things. It's just unlucky.
You know what it comes down to? And our good friend Pat Murphy at 247 Sports, made a comment about it. In Philadelphia, Jim Curtin didn't really fitness-wise, right? He wanted Daniel to stay fit, but it wasn't the possession type, right? When you come to Nancy pushes everybody to the limits, right? We all can agree about that, right?
Yep.
So his fitness and his match stamina has been getting more fatigue until he can get up to, the fitness level that, Nazi systems demand, right? And when you start going through that fatigue, your mental state, if you don't have a sharp mentality to fight, flight or fight when you're fatigued, the performance is not going to be there. And that's what we're seeing. We're seeing Daniel in like the first half and like the first, 10, 10 to 15 minutes of the second half, and then you see a drastic drop.
That was the case last night.
He's
Absolutely
not well. It's been the case the last few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Right around the 60 to 65 minute mark, Daniel has been getting gassed. And that's because Anansi's system demands so much on the body and you do so much. And he's not used to that. Yes, he's been here for 3 months now. When you're playing in this about 2-3 months.
I'd say about 3-4 months.
Okay. When you're playing
in April.
Yeah. When you're playing at a high level and you're being asked to do so much with your body, it takes longer than that time to your body to get used to it. That's why, football players, yes, they could go a couple months without doing any type of training. But once, 2 months goes by and they start doing, training, they're able to pick up quicker because of they already know their limits on what needs to be what needs to happen, to push their bodies. And they've built up the mental stamina. Also, when they're tired, they flip a gear in their mind and push through it. So, until Daniel can flip that switch, as he's getting gassed, you'll see his, the performance drop after like the 65th minute. So and it's the same, it's the same thing I said about Aliu, maybe Aliu turns it around because, he gets a full, almost a full season with the team. And in the off season, we see a different person, just like Daniel.
That off-season training program, it will make a big difference
because their strength and conditioning coach, the strength and conditioning staff, because of Wilford's demand on the body, pushes them. And I digressed.
I think you're right. We've seen that with other players in the past that it's taken them time. And sometimes it's not just throughout the season. Some of them, it does take that off season to get into that training program to switch how they are expecting to go 90 minutes. And it has been a congested schedule a little bit with Leagues Cup too. I mean, I know everyone's gone through it, but some of these players who it's maybe, coming into a new system like this, where it's extremely, wearing on your body in terms of just the amount of pace that you need to have the entire game, that it's bound to catch up with you. And but like you said, it's been going on for a little bit of time now, but I think that is, him now in the system for a while and not having that training. If you only get maybe a week off or maybe 2 at the absolute most, that's not really enough time to get into a training regimen to all of a sudden develop that switch if you weren't having to use that at your previous team.
Fellas, anything else before we sign off?
I just thank you, everybody, that knows what happened, with my dad passing away and reaching out. And thank you guys, for everything. And thank you to my lovely co-hosts, beautiful boys, always having my back and being there. And, it's been a rough 9 weeks for me, with my mind not really there, but everybody has been there and been supportive and been a shoulder and an ear. So thank you guys to everyone out there in crew land.
Absolutely, man.
Derik, anything else before we sign off?
No, not that I could think of off the top of my head. Hopefully by the next time we're talking, we'll hear about Abu Ali getting registered and over here.
Yeah, boys, we're getting bounced tonight.
Yeah, Orlando already won.
Orlando won. Miami's up 3-1 on Pumas.
Okay.
There's
Gives
that
us a
rest
chance
we
to
were
get
talking
ready.
about.
Yeah.
Is there
My
a game
word.
before next Wednesday? No, probably not, right?
No, I got moved.
Is there one next Wednesday?
Well, the 9th got moved to the 17th.
Of September.
Yeah, and then
I don't even know when the next game is, honestly.
Usually I'm a little more on top of this, but all these we are away on Saturday 16th. Okay. At Toronto.
Yeah.
So over a full week off. That will be helpful. We only have 3 more home games left, by the way, for anyone who's keeping track.
Which is wild.
Insane.
Got fucking Red Bulls.
Jesus, 3 more home games is crazy working. I don't even think I'm going to be here for the 20th or the 18th, honestly.
Oh man, I'll be here for both.
23rd is a Saturday.
Oh no, I still might be on honeymoon.
When is the outing? The 24th? Or
the New York game is on a Wednesday, so we could do a watch along for that if anybody wants to, because that will be they moved that to a Wednesday night.
Okay.
23rd. Wait, calendar. It's in my calendar. Not calculator, Fisher calendar. CAL calendar. Okay, the next home game is when? The 20 what?
The next home game is I have it right here.
August 23rd.
August 20th. Oh yeah, August 23rd against New England. I'm sorry.
August 23rd.
And then September 20th,
okay.
Almost a month
September
later,
20th,
we have another one.
September 20th.
I know why they did that.
I won't be there for that one. And then when's the next one? October 18th?
Yes.
Yeah, won't be there for that one either.
The last game of the season is always my favorite one. I always feel like
decision
people
day.
just get unhinged.
They give out the sunglasses.
Oh, are they?
Dude,
I don't know.
It's also oh no! It's also Tampa Bay at Columbus hockey. I can't go to that. Oh. Guys, my last home game is going to be the 23rd. I'm pretty sure
of August.
of this month. That's my last home game.
All right, quick conspiracy theory. Probably not even a conspiracy, but I guarantee they loaded the season this way for us having very few home games is because Ohio State football starts up, as much as we don't like to hear that.
Well, Ohio State football starts up on August 30th, and there's a game. You know, they play away at Red Bulls.
I mean, home games though.
Yeah,
they're starting to learn.
I mean, it's true, right? I mean, it's usually attendance will go down. I don't want to see any people wearing their Ohio State stuff at the game, so let's just.
Hey,
you wear your Ohio State stuff?
I wear my Ohio State hoodie. Damn it.
Well, to the point though, if you're in the press box, they don't like you wearing crew stuff anyway. So
that is a fact.
Yeah.
You wear it under your Ohio State stuff. That's right.
No, actually, I don't. I take the hoodie off, and I don't.
Oh, good for you. I would do that.
I'm not trying to be like the Toluca representative that got put out of the press box.
Really?
Oh yeah.
This does not surprise me. The Liga Mekki comes up and they act like they own the joint, man. It is wild. Like the player, like the team and everyone, they come in with such an attitude. You're like, which is, I mean.
Bye, Sabrina.
Yeah. No, Sabrina. Sorry, but no.
Wait till Ty.
I don't even know what's happening over here.
Read what your mom put.
Is the part of the show where we just go off script and we just.
Yeah, I know, right? That's who cares about OSU football? Not me. Go Gators.
Oh my. Okay, and on that note, right, sure.
We're currently looking for another host on the show.
Hey. Hey, I mean,
yeah, about August 30th and on, we'll need another.
quite honestly, because I don't even know. I'm gonna be so busy. My word.
Hey, Fabian, if you watching out there, Fabian, we need you.
Yeah, come on.
Wait,
you're a Spartan fan, Sabrina. No.
22nd.
Yeah, we don't like that.
All right, boys. That was fun. Hour 11, hour 12, maybe.
What do you say?
As always,
next week.
Maybe. I don't know. What's next week?
Next week.
Yes. Well, no shit, Sherlock. What day?
Wednesday.
The 13th.
13th.
I guess.
Wait, hold on. Wait, why do I work? No, never mind. I work Tuesday. Never mind. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. I don't know what's happening right now.
If I got a host, I'll use my phone and we'll do it. It'll be real grainy, but we'll make it work.
Derek has a. Derek's going to record the podcast on a VHS.
Yeah.
I'll distribute it to everybody. If you just go sign up a form, you'll get it in about 2 to 3 weeks, and you can listen to what I all had to say much later after the results come in.
Yeah, that part. Other than that, boys, it's been a fun one. As always, we appreciate everyone for tuning in, watching, listening. Using that Metro PCS data line.
I got AT&T Uverse. I got Uverse.
Derek's running low on his minutes.
I gotta buy some more.
Hey, hold on! It's free after 9.
Might have to move the start time of the podcast.
Right. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. As always, you guys can follow us on social media at Twitter at Wiseman Pod, on Instagram at the Wiseman Say Podcast. We will be shifting over to Blue Sky here soon, just in case. Yeah, this is news to you guys also. I'm tired of seeing all the political ads on Twitter, so I
got a Blue Sky account. I can get active. I just needed the push. So if this is the push that I'm going to get, that's great.
This is probably going to be the push, because I know I definitely need to be more active on Blue Sky also. I also all the political stuff is just getting too flooded, and I hate it.
It is
so
tough.
Much, so
it's tough to avoid it. Yeah.
We'll be pushing over to Blue Sky here shortly. But you guys can follow Jerald on social media.
Jerald_Lucas96.
You guys can follow Derik on social media
at Funky Moses 17.
You guys can follow me on social media at Fisher Tyler __. Appreciate everybody once again for listening, whether it's Apple, Amazon, Spotify, iHeart, Overcast, Pocket Cast, or watching on YouTube, or eventually on Goals TV. We always appreciate you guys tuning in. Be sure to check out the merch store. Link to our Twitter accounts. Be able to get that Wiseman Say Podcast merch. Ours is coming in on Friday, boys. So, Derik, I will need to find out how I can get you your hat.
Yeah, we'll connect. I didn't even realize that when you said, "Are you going to the game on Saturday?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll be there." And then literally today, I was like, "Whoa, wait a minute! That's not even a home game."
I honestly thought it was a home game. I thought it was a home game.
I thought it was
also August 23rd. August 23rd.
I gotta get that before then. I got. Yeah. We'll coordinate.
Yeah. Pop up the top golf one Wednesday morning, and we can all just golf, and I can give it to you. Give you your hat, Jerald. I can give you the shot, your wine glass too. So
I got a bottle of wine waiting for it.
Shit, I got whiskey waiting for mine. So
hey, hold on. They got a blackberry Jack Daniels coming out.
Ooh.
That sounds horrible.
Oh, I think it sounds
great.
good.
Viewing party at the yeah. Did you guys hear? Wait, hold on. Okay, before we officially sign, did you guys hear about this? They're having a watch party of a game at the Palace Theater.
Really? When's that?
Yeah. Fuck if I know. My mom knows. I think it's like sometime in August.
Do you have any of the deets, Sabrina? Was this in our inbox?
No. But like a couple weeks ago, like the Kappa and crew made like a little teaser announcement.
Yes. Okay.
New York Red Bull.
Oh, I'm interested in that actually. I think that would actually be kind of fun because we would get to see. There's probably a lot of like the diehards that will go to that. Like it's probably not going to be as many of just like your, regular fans who aren't on the internet all the time. Yeah. So it would be very interesting to hear everyone's perspective while watching a game on TV.
Right. That's the question. We don't even know 8 of them.
Yeah. True. All right, I'm gonna investigate this.
Yeah.
I need to know more about this Palace Theater deal, yeah.
But other than that, fun time as always. As before I even got off topic, be sure to check out the merch store. You know what? I'll just might as well just link it right now, right? I mean, that's the most easiest thing to do.
Why not?
See, I was not prepared today. So
I mean, it makes too much sense. So it should be wrong.
Okay.
I think it's kind of fun when we're not prepared. Just it's just the
right.
big smorgasbord of conversation.
It really is. I mean, it's just like what's the worst that happens, right?
Yeah, right.
Bang bang.
What's the word? So other than that, again, thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate everybody. Go ahead and click that link right in the comment section. Check out the merch store. Other than that, Jerald, my friend, I should go as Wisemen say.
Only fools rush in.
Peace out, everybody. Have a good weekend. Stay safe, stay hydrated, stay cool. Hug your loved ones. Go Crew.
Go Crew.
Almost. Stay wise, y'all.